You know Liverpool are hitting their stride when a Manchester United legend is tipping them for the Champions League. Rio Ferdinand, on BT Sport, was full of praise for the Merseysiders in midweek as they reached the quarter-finals, and it would be understandable if he was a bit worried about his former club ahead of this weekend's big game in the Premier League. Fierce rivals United and Liverpool meet at Old Trafford at lunchtime on Saturday, and the bookies are finding it hard to split them, with both teams 9/5 and the draw available at 12/5. A share of the spoils would be the sensible pick, as the last 4 meetings between them, 3 in the league and a Europa League second leg, finished goalless or 1-1. A stalemate at half-time and full-time is 9 halves, another 1-1 heads the correct score betting at 6-1, while no goal scorer, better than taking a goalless draw as own goals don't count, is 21 halves. That would seem a strange approach, going low on goals in a game where Mo Salah, with 24 in the league this season, is set to return to Liverpool's starting 11, and United's Romelu Lukaku has rediscovered his mojo. Salah, on target in his last 5 league games and with a goal against all the top 6 except United this term, was binned by Jose Mourinho at Chelsea, and he'll be a popular choice at 15/8 to score at any time or 5-1 for the opener, while Lukaku, with 5 goals in his last 6 games, and one of them against a Big Six rival at last, is 24/13 to nab his 100th Premier League goal. He's 11 halves to bring up his ton with the first goal of the game. Liverpool travel as the joint top scorers away from home in the Big 5 European leagues. Lyon are also on 34 goals, but in 14 top-flight matches at Old Trafford, United's net has rippled just 6 times. Only the continent's biggest misers, Juventus and Atletico Madrid, have leaked fewer, 4 apiece. As we enter the final few furlongs of the Premier League season, expect the tension be cranked up even more than normal when these two meet, and there's a feeling it will be less about winning and more about not losing. This fixture is second only to the Merseyside Derby for red cards being dished out in the top flight, and you can get 10/3. There's a sending off on Saturday. Premier League best of the rest: Everton v Brighton. Goal difference separates these two, with Brighton in 10th and Everton 11th, but on current form they're much further apart. The Seagulls are unbeaten in 7 in all competitions, while Sam Allardyce's side have lost 3 of their last 4, but they've only lost once at home since November, so get on the draw at 9/4. Any score draw is 19/5. Huddersfield v Swansea. Jordan Ayew has scored in his last 2 outings for Swansea and is 10/3 at any time or 9 halves in the score win double. Newcastle v Southampton. This is a huge fixture at the foot of the table, and the hosts are worth backing at 37/20. They've only scored a dozen home goals though, so have a look at a 1-0 win at 15 halves. West Brom v Leicester. Alan Pardew is the odds-on favourite to be the next top-flight boss out of a job, and Leicester can nudge him closer to the exit. They've only kept 2 clean sheets away from home though, so take the Foxes to win, with both teams scoring at 9 halves. West Ham v Burnley. The Hammers have a horrendous run-in with games against Chelsea, Arsenal and the 2 Manchester clubs still to come. Burnley at home is a must-win, and the hosts are 5/4 or 11/4 to win by a 1-goal margin. Chelsea v Palace. In their last 7 games, Chelsea have only beaten Hull and West Brom, and after stinking the place out against Man City, they need a positive result and performance before facing Barcelona in midweek. Injury-hit Palace have 2 draws and 4 defeats in their last 6, but could welcome back Wilfried Zaha. A draw at halftime, with Chelsea winning the match, is 10/3. Arsenal v Watford. They can't follow up beating AC Milan in their own backyard by slipping up against Watford, can they? If any team can, it's Arsenal, and the visitors will have plenty of support at 6-1. Troy Deeney for the first goal is a better bet. He's 9-1. Bournemouth v Tottenham. Spurs' 17-game unbeaten run in all competitions came to an end as Juventus did a proper Italian job on them, and they must dust themselves down for a return to the fight for the top 4. The Cherries haven't failed to score in the league since December, so take Spurs to win, with both teams scoring at 2-1. Stoke v Man City. The big names rested by Pep Guardiola for the midweek clash with Ball will be back at the Bet365 as Man City look to take another step towards the title. They're only a few games away now. Struggling Stoke have tightened up slightly in their last half-dozen games, but they have a terrible habit of leaking like a sieve when they face the big boys. City are 1/4 for the victory, but 7-1 to win 3-0. Homes: Chelsea, Cardiff, AFC Wimbledon, Crawley, Kilmarnock 18-1. Available always: Leicester, Tottenham, Plymouth 10-1. Several firms draws: Aston Villa v Wolves, Luton v Accrington, Exeter v Carlisle around 41, with most firms anytime square or treble. Son, Deeney and Salah 25-1 on a bet big bucks, worth a cheeky £1. Chelsea to be drawing at Hyde and then win, Man United to be drawing at Hyde and FT, Newcastle to win by 1 goal, Spurs to win with both teams scoring, a massive 261 with Sky Bet from oddschecker.com.